All right, everybody. I want to welcome you to another Ivinex online training webinar. My name is Brett Lund, and I'm going to be your host. Today's webinar is going to focus on the alert matrix system. A couple quick notes is that if this is an interactive webinar, post your questions via the chat tool, and I'll do my best to answer them. We're getting a little bit of a late start, so I'm going to zip right through this, and we're going to learn all about the alert matrix in Ivinex. So let's get started. All right, first let's talk about what it is, what the alert matrix is supposed to be used for and what it is. So it's a system for alerting you. It pops up a red alert box in Ivinex, and it's based off of a set of criteria, like a filter that you would build so that it knows when it should trigger. It was actually built for the purpose of escalating support tickets, but it can be used for other processes, that are time sensitive. So if you've got, for an example of a support ticket, maybe you get a new support ticket and someone needs to address that within a certain amount of time or take an action on it, the alert matrix is helpful for that because it can not only show an alert pop-up, but it can also do additional things like send emails and, make sure that attention is brought to the record in your system that people need to pay attention to. One of the things I wouldn't recommend using the alert matrix for is, say, activities. Ivinex has an activities module, and you can have tasks and calendar events and things like that in there. I would not recommend using the alert matrix with the activities. Calendar events already have a built-in pop-up for notifying you when the appointment is coming up. And if you need a reminder for something like tasks, you could set up a workflow that sends you email reminders and things like that. So I would avoid using the alert matrix in conjunction with the Ivinex activities module. Okay, so let's see it in action. I'm going to log in here to our demo site. All right, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And currently, I've got the alert matrix set up to alert me when there's a new support ticket and no one has been assigned to it. So here's a bunch of support tickets, and the agent is the field that marks that it's been assigned to a user in Ivinex. And so I've got the alert matrix set up to pop up when no one is assigned to it. So maybe that would be a new support ticket. So I'm just going to create one just for testing purposes. I'll link it to that person. This is a test is the name of it, and we'll just put that in the description as well. I'll save that. Okay. So this is the support ticket that I just created, and there's no agent assigned. I actually have a display color rule highlighting that field. But over here, I get the alert matrix pop-up. Now what I'm looking at here is that this part right here represents the name of the alert that I created in the alert matrix, so it can say whatever you want there. This time on the left is based off of something that I choose. So the timer here is based off the created date for this record. So that way I know since it was created up until the current time, and this just keeps counting up, that's how long this ticket has been sitting here without anyone assigned to it. So that's what that means. And then this part over here is just the user that currently it's showing the user who created this record. Now, support tickets, that was just a manual create of a support ticket, but maybe you've got some other method that we do, like maybe you've got a form on your website and that creates a record in here and it's a support issue. You could use the alert matrix for that kind of thing. So the idea of the alert matrix is that I could be anywhere in the entire system. I could be, over here in my leads or something, and this should pop up, and I need to pay attention to it. So I can just click on it, and it will go right to the module for the record that this, or that I clicked here, this represents a record I need to pay attention to. So it goes to the module, shows me the record that I need to pay attention to, and loads it right away. So now I know, agent not assigned. This is probably what that should be named. No agent assigned for support ticket or something. So I know what to do. So I'm going to assign it to the demo user that I'm logged in as, and I'm going to click Update. We'll wait a second. Okay, so my alert matrix was waiting for that, and I've satisfied the rule that made it pop up, which was simply no agent assigned. So once that happened, it went away because I've done what I'm supposed to do. So that's kind of a general idea of how it works. Let's jump back in here. And before I build one, I'm going to talk in general kind of about the windows and stuff that we're going to be interacting with. To set it up, it's pretty simple. You've only got two windows you have to deal with. The first one is the alert matrix general settings, where you're going to set, like a title and what module, what am I going to use, and a filter and stuff like that. And that's this left-hand side. And over here on this right-hand side, once we get in there, you'll be creating the alerts. And you can have multiples if you want, as many as you need. And each alert will have its own unique settings of what it does. So there's quite a few settings in there for that. So I think we'll just jump over there into the alert matrix, and I'll explain what every one of these settings means so that you can build your own. Okay, so to get to the alert matrix, you'd have to be an administrator for your site. And you just go up to the wrench, go to the admin, and once in the admin, system preferences, and you'll have the alert matrix here. Click that, and we're where we need to start. Okay, so this top pane here just represents alert matrix rules that have already been set up. And you can create a new one by just clicking New, or modify an existing one by clicking it. So we're going to modify that one that I made, that support ticket one. So I'm going to load it up. Okay, so these are the settings down here for the one that I clicked. Okay, so the title, that's what shows up, above or kind of like the name. What is this alert for? The alert matrix supports multiple types of alerts all in the same window. So you could essentially have one called support ticket, no agent assigned. That could be one. Maybe you create another one and that somebody need to pay attention to some other kind of thing. And the title is important because it kind of lets you know what the alert applies to. And it doesn't have to be too long, but you could maybe put in enough information so they know what to do. The second setting here, once you pick it, you can't modify it. But the second setting is the tab or the module that you would select. If I click New, I would name it, and then here's the drop down that I would, pick which module in my system, is this based off of. I'm not going to save that. I'm going to open it again. Okay, so once you pick this, you can't change it. So you could just delete the alert, and start over. So make sure you pick your tab correctly. Now the filter is what powers the alert matrix. We want to set whatever criteria that we need to set for it to pop up. So this is just simple filter. And what I did is I set it that if the agent is not assigned or is blank, and the status is blank or the status is new, and status is blank or status is new, if all of these things are true, that's when I want the alert matrix to pop up, because I need somebody to take care of this. Hopefully they're going to change the status and assign themselves to the ticket. So these fields over here, for the filter are all just based off of the module that I picked. So demo support tickets, It's a filter, that is based off of the module you picked. Now, the notify time from field is basically, it's a timestamp that Ivinex will watch, and it creates alerts based off of it. Now, created date is, always there, when the record's first created. The modified date is based off of, the last time somebody modified the record. So, you can use the system ones, which is created date or modified date. I've got some other date fields in there, and it detects which ones are dates in your module and kind of gives you a choice of all of them. So I'll show you that for my support ticket. we do have, I'm showing all of, I'm not showing the system ones, but there's a created date and a modified date, and I've also created all of these too, which is a new date, an assigned date, in process date, close date. You can create whatever you want that works for you, but the alert matrix will automatically figure out which ones, which fields are dates, and then give that to you as a selection. Okay, so you can notify based off of that. That's the basics. Once you have configured that part, then you want to go over to the alert settings itself, and this is going to be blank right here for a new alert matrix rule. So you want to click Add New. I've already made one. So to modify it, I'm going to click it, and we'll take a look at this and kind of go over each one of these fields and what they do. So this top one, the time field, is you should enter in how many minutes from, and what it means is how many minutes from this field right here that we set. So based off of this date that we selected here, how many minutes, are we going to, how can I say that? How many minutes from this time or date that we put in, it also tracks a time as well, but how many minutes from here do we want to wait until it pops up? So that's what this first field means. Okay, so kind of like the difference between this and how long to wait. Okay, so the repeat every minute is pretty self-explanatory, but you can repeat an alert until it's responded to, and you can enter in how many minutes you want in between each repetition of the alert. So you can set that as well. The type right here determines what kind of alert it is. And you've got a couple, two choices. You can they're check boxes, so you can actually enable both of them if you want, or one or the other, whatever you want to do. You can go like this or turn one of them off. So it can be either an alert, an email alert, or a pop-up alert, or both. So if you want it to appear as a pop-up, that's what I had working. It was the red pop-up window. That's what this option does. And then if you want the email type alert, there's a few other settings down here that kind of determine what happens with that. So if I turned that on, and I would want to tell it, when you send me an email alert, are you going to use an email template? Yes. Where is that? It's kind of, already set up for you. We have an email template module in Ivinex. So that's where we're going to look for an email template. Then I would select, the email template I wanted to use for the email alert. And I can also put in, emails. These are in addition to any, whoever I pick over here, which I'll go over here in a minute. But let's say I pick a person in specifically, like this person. This is the person that's going to be alerted. This alert matrix will pop up, and this person's going to know about it. If it was email, it would attempt to email this user, and that would be their email address that's in the user manager for their user. And you can put in other emails too. So alert them and alert the manager and the owner and whoever else you want to. Okay, so I'm going to turn that off. Now, the other two fields below that, right here, the type, minimum time of day, max time of day. These allow you to specify a window of time that alerts will be created. Now, if you leave them blank, alerts will be created, 24/7. So it just doesn't matter. If a record comes in 1 in the morning and no one's here to see it, the alert will, be created and start tracking from that time, irregardless whether anybody, just 24/7. So you can set a, hey, only from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. or something like that. That's when alerts should be created. Okay? So I'm trying to see if there's anything else I have missed. That should be every field here. And then, of course, select the users to notify. You can do multiples by using Control on your keyboard, where I would notify this person. Hold down Control, click other people like this, or just select one person. Okay, so that's who it notifies. You could also pick a group. Everybody in that group. Say if it was I don't know, if I had a support group. I want the entire support group, everybody in that group is going to get a notification. I guess the first person to, go to that support ticket and sign themselves to it would be, that would work. My alert would then disappear and nobody else would have to deal with it because somebody got to it. So you could use a group or a specific user. Okay? So that's kind of all of the fields that we need to create an alert, and you can create as many of these alert matrix rules as you want and have as many alerts as you want. And you can have, this is the container for the alert matrix setup, and then this is what happens, when that happens. So you could essentially you could build multiple ones. Maybe the first one is, within a minute, we've got a pop-up that happens, and it goes to this person in particular. Then maybe I'd create another one that is, based off the created date. If this person doesn't do anything, then maybe the next thing I want to do is pop it up for, somebody else or the whole group. Initially this guy, maybe next up the whole group. Then if nobody gets it in the group, maybe I would create another one that starts emailing, like the manager or something. Hey, there's a new ticket, nobody has picked it up. And I would just keep pushing the time out a little bit. So maybe within the first 5 minutes, it's that guy. After that, 5 to 10 minutes, it goes to the whole group. If after 10 minutes no one has done anything, I start emailing the manager and everybody else and try to bring attention, try to escalate it up the ladder of people that need to be notified about this. But if somebody gets it before that time limit hits for the manager, then the rest of them won't happen because the filter would no longer be true. So then the alert would just be done, finished. All right, so that's a general idea of how you can use the alert matrix for support tickets. But pretty much anything that has a time-sensitive, there's a time-sensitive process that you do. Support ticket is one kind, but I don't know. I've made a new one for leads here. What if a new lead comes in and your sales team, you've got some kind of policy. We, handle new leads within 10 minutes. Otherwise, we're not doing our job. So you could create an alert, that happens when there's leads that come in, maybe like a new lead. Just make a new one. Test. And just hit save, I guess. So a new lead has come in. And did I set up my alert matrix? I don't know. Let me go take a peek here real quick. Let's just take a quick look. Okay, leads. Okay, so I got a lead, and my filter is that there's no owner. All right, and so it's going to do a pop-up. It's going to alert me. All right, so exact same setup pretty much as the support ticket. Anyway, doesn't look like it's, I don't have it configured correctly. But anyway, and there it goes, just like that. Okay, so we've got a new lead. It works just like the support ticket one. If I click it, it'll load the record. I can do something with it to make it happy, like assign it to this person. Click update. Should go away. So, everyone's business is unique. I hope that through this webinar you kind of learn how the alert matrix is supposed to be used. But really, the idea is that if you have a time-sensitive process that you need people to go through, like maybe initially, status is, I don't know. Let me go to the support ticket one. Maybe that'll be helpful. But if initially we've got these processes that we move through, like if it's new but not assigned, we need to alert somebody. If it's been assigned but no one's done anything for a while, maybe we need to alert somebody. Maybe it's been sitting in here for a certain amount of time and we really need to have it resolved. You could use the alert matrix to alert somebody. Whole idea is it's all about time-sensitive processes. All right. Well, I'll take any questions. If anybody has any questions about the alert matrix, I'll just hang on here for a second and see if there's any questions. Okay. Doesn't look like there's any questions. So I'm going to wrap it up. Alert matrix is a great tool if used correctly, and I hope you guys learned, enough about the alert matrix to put it to use for your company. But as always, if you want to learn more about Ivinex, we have our training website, which is training.ivinex.com. You can go there to learn more about the alert matrix and other Ivinex tools. And let me know. Leave me a comment and let me know if you have any feedback or success with the alert matrix. Maybe you're using it in a unique way. I'd like to know. So that's it for this webinar. So I want to thank everybody for attending the Alert Matrix webinar, and everybody have a great day. Bye-bye.